Hello, thank you for being here. I have a simple question. The port is the single most important economic engine for our region. What is the biggest challenge currently facing the Port of Seattle, and how is the region positioned to address it? Please.
Well, we could spend all day talking about challenges with the Port of Seattle. There's both challenges and opportunity. One of the biggest challenges, I think, is the airport has been the fastest growing airport in the country for 3 years in a row, and it supports our local business community. How do we grow within the very confined space that we have while being a good neighbor? I think that is a big issue. The other issue is how do we continue to be an economic engine for all across the King County community? We have some great local companies in Alaska Airlines and Holland America, and that's great, but the port also has a role in helping small businesses become the next Alaska Airlines or the next Holland America. And I think, we've worked hard over the last few years in terms of, the port sometimes is a hard place to do business for small business, especially the airport, when you have businesses having to work behind the security curtain. So how do you structure relationships that really help foster small businesses? So we've increased the number of, you've probably seen at the airport, the number of small kiosks that we offer to small businesses. And so we sort of have a graduated program. For example, Seattle Chocolates started out at a kiosk, and now they're graduating to an actual storefront. So I think there's a lot of ways that we can and should be helping the small business community really get a leg up.
John addressed the airport side of the equation. I'm going to address the seaport side of the equation. I think we really need to be thinking about we're at an inflection point in our global economy where we have seen consolidation in global shipping, and the Port of Seattle is facing competitive pressures from ports up and down the West Coast. There are things that we need to do to upgrade our facilities and to foster relationships with the other key stakeholders in seaport operations to ensure that in 20 and 40 years we're still a viable seaport. And the reason I think that's important is because while right now we're benefiting from an incredible boom in the technology industry, I believe that for the long term we need to have a very diverse economy, and our maritime industrial ecosystem, the 60,000 or so jobs right here in Seattle that pay a living wage and that are not outsourceable, we need to preserve that ecosystem. And I believe that having container and cargo operations in Seattle is a key to that, to ensure that we maintain that ecosystem.